Today on Cart Performance, we bring you the Eco Battery Club Cart GS installation video. Let's go. Alright, so we're gonna get this old girl up in new times.
You got it.
Alright, I got it. Oh, is it fitting there like a dream?
It's like a glove, baby. Look at that. Not a millimetro on either side. Really.
We can really move it however we want. But anyways, this is the Generation 2 battery. This is the upgraded one, which is.
What does that
nice.
even mean?
It had those two little handles that like came up on it, and it was more of like a plastic.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
This one's got a nice it's a nice sealed case, metal ridge. It also has these like nice little mounting points on the bottom here, and it also my favorite thing about it is has the on and off button. You know, it actually has a power.
You're really a stickler for those on and off buttons.
I think it's important.
Fair
You
enough.
can totally shut your battery off completely. So I think that's an important factor of it. I like that. To me, it's just a personal like. Anyway, so we got the battery securely mounted in the cart, and now we're gonna go ahead and remove unnecessary wiring as this charger port and this wire going back to the onboard computer.
So, we gotta remove our original receptacle, correct?
Yeah, so removing the original charger port. So you're gonna take those 4 screws out, but you also have to take these out in the back as well. There's gonna be 3 Phillips screws in the back here. Also as well, you're gonna remove all the wiring that goes with this. Well, we have to get rid of all this wiring.
What's all this wiring?
This wiring is to the onboard computer, which the onboard computer for this old charger right here. Okay, when this old unit used to charge, you plugged it into there, which then talked to this unit right here. What that did was it told your battery charger that your batteries were charged, and it would turn your battery charger off. Well, we don't need the old battery charger or any of that because we get a new battery charger and everything with this battery setup. So we're now going to put a new battery in and eliminate this off from the system strictly because we really don't need it.
What am I looking at?
So this right here is what I was talking about, this onboard computer, and it's got all these wires. So just to make this cleaner.
What, the gray wire right there?
So the onboard is connected to this, okay, and these gray wires all go to this onboard computer unit. Now we're going to remove this onboard computer unit just because we want to. We don't have to, but we want to.
So it's not gonna hurt if you left this in here.
It will not hurt if you left it in. You can clip these ends off of here. You can roll this up, you can zip tie it. So I took the 2 bolts out, and I have the onboard computer loose, and this is what I'm talking about, the onboard computer with the main negative wire running through it like so. So I have to get this wire back through that to get the onboard computer off. So I am just gonna go ahead and clip this end off and put a new one on. It's gonna be the easiest way. So this is what we just removed, the onboard computer. It's hard to see back there. Basically this is clipped in, you disconnect this. As I showed you, our main negative cable was running through this. I did get a snip of it clipping off the end, pulling it through. And that's the main negative cable. And then this all right here is what our charger receptacle was.
So all unnecessary.
All unnecessary. Do you have to remove it? No.
Is it gonna look cleaner?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Unnecessary anymore. Okay, so I left it off here where I clipped this end off so we can pull it through our onboard computer. So I'm gonna put a new end on this.
Okay.
And I honestly don't really like the end on this one, so I'm also gonna cut this one off as well. See, this one's kind of corroded and kind of nasty up in here, and then the copper's very dark. So
Needs replacement.
yeah, we're looking for that nice shiny stuff that's inside there. So, you know, we're here, replace it.
It just shows. Sleeves for protection?
Yes, sir.
So not too many spots to install the charger.
No, I kind of put the charger there. As I've seen, that's the best spot. I got 3 points of contact down here. It's pretty strong and stable in there. I'm not too worried about these. They should be waterproof. I mean, this fan, you might have to watch out for some stuff here, but This seems to be the best spot I can find to put that charger to get it mounted and secured. So also too, this will be nice when we get this mounted in here.
For our charging port.
Be nice and clean right here.
Okay.
Okay, so I got some nice room there for that. On the back side, I got my main positive and main negative.
What are we doing?
We're installing the Eco battery charging port here.
So next up,
Next we have our 48 to 12 volt voltage reducer, converters, a couple different names for this. This one's a new, little different style here. If you haven't seen this one before, it's slightly new to the Eco battery setup. In my opinion, it's a nice upgrade. The other ones were not very good. So we're gonna go ahead and install this and show you how to do this. First thing's finding a nice place for it. There's no particular wrong place to put it or right place to put it. It's just kind of finding somewhere to put it.
so water coming up and splashing on this, it doesn't matter?
This should be all sealed. I mean, you see on here how it's got that seal on it. This thing should be sealed.
So it's protected as it is. You could power wash it, spray it, whatever.
Yes.
Okay.
Now these don't look so watertight, to be honest with you. So I don't know if I would spray it with water. Those kind of look
like they're exposed a little
exposed.
bit. Yeah. Some corrosion could build up.
Yeah.
But as for the box itself, it looks good. As long as you can maybe keep these covered, you're okay.
Yeah, maybe when we do this one, we'll tape them or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Because the DS is pretty exposed. Alright, so we really struggled to find a good clean place to mount this converter. This seems to be the best place for it, and we really tried all over the place with these mounting. It was a tough spot. So this looks to be the best place. I'm going to try to just run the wires somewhere nice and clean. We'll worry about that later. Anyways, now here's our wiring to this thing. I've been seeing a lot of questions on this. Orange wire is going to go up to our key switch. So we're going to run this up to our key switch real quick. Before we do that, we got to take our dash apart. So to get to the dash, we got these little caps over here. Okay, you're going to need a little tiny screwdriver. Just put it in there, pop it off. Behind you're going to see this Phillips. You don't need to take it all the way out, you just need to loosen it. Loosen this. Now mind you, we have no power going to our dash. And make sure you got no power going to your dash because this key switch is hot, it's going to arc on you. Okay, so you just kind of pull this back. And you see how this is, when I'm pulling this out, this metal's rubbing up against here. So I said if you don't have your battery off, it's going to arc because that metal's going to touch this metal. You're going to have a fun day. So you kind of just wiggle this out a little bit. You're usually in pretty good. Okay, go. Now they'll slide up. So now we got this off, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna mount our gauge, and we're also gonna run our key switch wire up in here. So with my converter wiring, I'm gonna take this long one with the orange eyelid on it, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna run that up to the front of the cart. So here you see as I push it through here, now I'm gonna bring it through this.
Probably zip tie that up somewhere under there, right?
We'll secure all this later on, but you can see pulling through here. If you look right here, see I have a nice access hole now. So I got that shoved up in there.
Okay, yeah.
Here's our wire.
Right.
Shoved it on this side. Now we're up in that dash cavity. To know which one is key on and key off, we're now gonna have to hook up the battery to the cart. Okay?
Okay. So those are the controller.
Yep, this is my main negative. Put the new terminal on. Here's the main positive.
Okay.
Right now as I'm connecting this, the battery's off. And I'm only doing this to test to see which one is going to have my key on and my key off. Okay?
Okay.
So I got the cart in tow.
Yep.
Turn my battery on.
Okay.
Got a nice green light on over here.
Okay.
Okay. Flip my cart to run. So I'm going to take this and go to my negative side of my battery.
Right.
Okay, as you see I got 52 volts. There we go.
Okay, so we got our 52.
Yep, turn it off. Okay, so these ones are going to be the hot ones all the time. Go to this. Turn my key switch on. You see I got 51. Go ahead, turn it back off. Okay, great. Blue wire is going to be our key switch wire.
Which is our not hot wire.
It's hot
until
when we turn the key on.
Right.
So we're going to connect this to the blue because we want the converter to come on when the key comes on.
Correct.
Okay?
Gotcha.
We're gonna connect to that. The eyelid's a little bit too big for our screw hole, so we're gonna go ahead and cut this off. We're gonna put a smaller one on that's just gonna work a little bit better for us.
All right, so changed out the eyelid. Definitely got a better.
Yeah, we definitely got a better connection here. Negative, so we're gonna go ahead and start hooking all our other wires up. We got our key ignition on, switch connected, and now we need to connect these. Now we're back to our converter.
Oh, our converter.
Okay, so this is our converter wiring. This is what we're looking at right here. So our yellow is gonna go to our 48 volt positive. So right now when we're connecting our battery, we're gonna connect our charger positive, our converter positive, which is the yellow one, and our main positive to our controller. And again, I have the battery off. I have my main negative to my battery charger, my main negative to my converter, and the main negative to my cartridge on this side of the battery.
So we have our orange lanyard going up to our 48 volt up here.
Yep.
We have our yellow and black, black going to negative, yellow going to positive, and the last two we have are black and red. So that must be our 12 volt out.
Our 12 volt output.
Okay.
So let's see if all our wiring works correctly. We're gonna go ahead and test it. I'm gonna turn the battery on. Battery is on. I'm gonna go ahead and take this here. It'll give me the positive. I will stick the probe in here. We should have no power at this time. If you turn that key on, 13.3. Turn it back off. Goes off. All right.
Cool.
So these are going to go to our accessories. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount our gauge while this is the dash is apart.
Okay.
Right here.
So you can spot anything behind it?
No. Nothing behind it. Nice clean area to put. So this is a 2 1/8. 2 1/8. It's about the perfect size too. Nuts back here, 7mm. And just use your hand to tighten these down. They don't have to be crazy tight. Shove this down here. To there.
Just gonna run it below the cart for now. You'll zip tie it up later.
Yeah, we're gonna tighten everything up later.
Okay, that goes.
Move this out of the way. One thing I like to do is just make this nice and...
Okay, so that connects to the battery monitoring system and just gives you live readings of where your data is at, or your voltage and stuff.
The battery's up and live. Turn that back off.
We've got our 48 to 12. We got our charger in there.
Charger's in there.
Yeah.
Gauge is in there.
Okay.
Battery's mounted.
Battery's mounted.
The only thing to do is just button this baby up. So I just zip tied everything up to make it a little bit cleaner. And this is my converter output. Remember the two that we're putting out when we turned our key on.
Yeah, can you show me what you cut?
Yeah. So this is the to the light kit. Okay, so this is the input to the light kit.
12 volts.
For the 12 volts, correct.
Gotcha.
So I just cut these off and I'm going to connect these two here. We got everything in here, we got everything all zip tied up and plugged in. Let's make sure it all works now.